as always, I get to have the last comment or the last say on this one. Now, I mean, you've come to Liverpool at Anfield and we've lost 4-0. To be honest, I thought we might win. Now, I know it was far-fetched, right? But I did not think it was going to be a 4-0 loss, to be honest. Now, first half, we played very well. In terms of our defensive abilities, we were quite good. Especially Ramsdale, he made a couple of important saves, which kept us in the game, right? And then the second half, we just like fell apart, of which I felt like the press from Liverpool, we were able to beat it in the first half, but not so much in the second. And in the second half, that's when guys like Nuno Tavares were actually exposed now. You know, I feel like it was at fault for the second goal. The first goal was more or less like Gabriel's Ben White's Tomiyasu's fault, because that's where Sadio Mane was able to sneak in and get the header in. And maybe you feel like maybe Ramsdale would have done better, but that's a story for another day. But the second goal was the one for me, which I felt like that was terrible, because it was purely Nuno Tavares give away the ball, and he did that a couple of times in the second half. I was actually maybe thinking now, hey, Ateta manze, weka Kierenteni sasa. But it is what it is. So Nuno Tavares was at fault in the second goal. I felt like it was also at fault in the third, or is it the fourth goal? So we did not do that well. But then again, this is Liverpool at Anfield. They are a much better team, better team than us. And it's more or less like a reality check for us. I mean, we are improving, yes, but clearly at Africa level, Liverpool, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, the main issue for me is wanting to see how we shall bounce back from that, because I mean, I've gone like 10 games without losing, and then we have lost our first game in 11 games, and in 10 games, or rather, if you like, 11-10, and I want to see how we shall bounce back now against Newcastle, and against Newcastle, so that we can see exactly what we're gonna do now. Because you have lost now. You know, it's always a test of when you lose, what are you going to do, right? That's always the question. I was impressed by the Arteta's scuffle against Klopp in the first half. Felt really nice to see the coach going up against the other coach. Something that maybe United fans can say. You know, they cannot attest to that. I mean, the last time Ole will go head-to-head to another coach, you know, like protesting against something. It is what it was. It was nice to see, and it is what it is. Today was a heck of a day, man. As in, match day 12 was super promising in terms of goals. The first game, we had Chelsea beating Leicester City 3-0. Chelsea, again, man, they're just showing exactly why these guys are going for the title. Wallahi, these guys are going for the title, and they are not holding back, right? They beat Leicester City 3-0. They could have actually won 7-0. They had 4 goals disallowed. I can't recall the last time I saw a team having 4 goals disallowed. 4! And then they won 3-0. So that was good to see. But the most important results for me today, or rather interesting results, had to be Aston Villa. I mean, Gerrard coming back, and his first game as Aston Villa manager, and he has won 2-0 against Brighton. That was huge. That was huge, if you ask me. Then we had Burnley versus Crystal Palace again. Crystal Palace, they are doing good. Patrick Vieira seems to have sorted the shit out. They are doing all right, 3-3. Regardless of how that thing went down, still, Crystal Palace did not lose, and that was good. Another game that went 3-3 was Newcastle versus Brentford. To be honest, I thought Newcastle were going to get clapped. Wallahi, I thought they were going to get clapped. In fact, this game, I think they were the one on the front foot. It was Brentford who was always doing the catching up and stuff. But that game ended 3-3. That was good to see from Newcastle, and they have a new manager. Maybe you could call it the new manager bounce. I don't know. Then, of course, we had United getting clapped. A good one by Watford. Something I absolutely enjoyed to see. I mean, these guys, I last watched these guys saving a penalty for United, and then Kukaka Mazena, but I got 2-0 down. And then it was 4. I actually thought at some point in time, game itaisha 4-1 for, itaisha 2-1 for Watford, and then Manu akaamua kucheza kama wao. Then we had Wolves beating West Ham. That was huge. I mean, West Ham have been bouncing. They have been super good this season. They just coming off from beating Liverpool in the previous game. In the last game for the Premier League match day 11, and they have lost against Wolves 1-0. That was huge for Wolverhampton Wanderers. They are doing good. They are absolutely doing good. And then Norwich beat Southampton. This is crazy. You know what? Dean Smith, we are talking about this when you are doing the show on Kiss 100. Dean Smith lost against Southampton for him to get sacked when he was coaching Aston Villa. Now he's back as the new coach for Norwich, and the first game he was playing is against the team, like you could say, like totally committed him to getting sacked. Like ndio alimpiga kind of kama futo kazi. And then he came back and won the game 2-1. That was good to see. Norwich, of course, they have been doing pretty bad this season. So getting back to winning that was huge to see. The only issue, or the only minus for me as an Arsenal fan, or the only issue for me, not even as an Arsenal fan, just as a football fan, ni ati nilikuwa na wasi wa Southampton kama my defenders bana. Kina Livramento and shit. They were my defenders, and of course, clean sheet imeenda your design. Then, of course, the last one was between Liverpool and Arsenal. We all know what happened there. I don't need to talk about it now, do I? So that's what's up. We've been watching the game at Urban Burger. We always come to watch the big games here, and I've totally enjoyed myself, regardless of the result. I've totally had a good time. And I've actually enjoyed watching other people's games that I've enjoyed watching Arsenal's, because, you know, United always making my day. So that's what's up. Don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, to like and subscribe, and check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. No, Instagram and Facebook at Football Digest KE. Have a good time.